So yesterday we were doing chapter the Cope and the Anthem. We were reading this chapter. In this chapter we have come to know that there is one main character, that is Soapy. This is the main character of the chapter. And what was going on? See, he was not having any food. He was not having any shelter. So what did he do? He planned to go in jail. Okay, he wanted that Cope should come, police should come, and he should be put into the jail. So for that, what plan did he make? First, that he should go to restaurant, he should relish good food, and he should not pay the bill. So what punishment would be given to him? The punishment would be that he would be thrown into the jail. But afterwards, what happened? He was caught because he was not wearing good shoes, he was not wearing good clothes. So head waiter did not allow him to go inside. Okay. So now next planning, what did he make? He threw a stone on one of the store, and he thought that if he would break that glass, so definitely police would come and they would, you can say, put him into the jail, and there will be a case against him. So such kind of planning was going, and was he successful in making such kind of plans or not? This is all about the chapter, because whatever the planning he was making, something different was happening. So what is that element called? This element is known as irony. So let's continue with the chapter. Up to that we have read. There was a shop and he threw a stone on that glass window. So start reading from there. Where is the man that did that? Asked the Pope. When he threw a big stone, so he was caught. So where is the man that did that? Okay, bache, who is going to read? Okay, Harmanpreet, you read. Harmanpreet, start reading.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Where's the man that did that? Asked the cop. Don't you think that I might have done it? Said Soapy. He was friendly and happy. What he wanted was coming towards him. But the cop's mind would not consider Soapy. Men who breaks window do not stop there to talk to cops. They run away as fast as they can. The cop saw a man further along the street running. He ran after him, and Soapy, sick at heart, walked slowly away. He had failed 2 times. Across the street was another restaurant. It was not so fine as one on Broadway. The people who went there were not so rich. Its food was not so good. Into this Soapy took his old shoes and his torn clothes, and no one stopped him. He sat down at a table and was soon eating a big dinner.
Okay. Now what happened? See, whatever the plans he was making, it was not happening at all. Okay. So when he threw a stone on that glass, okay, so he was not caught because Cope came, police came, but they run away as fast as they can. Okay. So the Cope tried to catch him. He was running after him. And Soapy, he became so sick at heart. He was walking so slowly and he failed 2 times. Okay. It means the first time when he tried this mission, this plan was also failed. Now the second plan was also failed. It means the third attempt where he wanted to be arrested, when he threw a big stone on a big glass of shop, the Cope finally came. Soapy also admitted that he had broken the glass, but Cope was not impressed at all. Okay. Police thought that the people who break windows do not stop and tell the cops. So this plan was also not successful at all. Okay. Now the Cope was standing in front of a big theater. Okay. Now what happened? Soapy began to shout if he had too much to drink. He was dancing, he was crying with hope. that cop would catch him, but his plan was also not successful at all. Clear? Okay. Anmol, you read. Jalashveer or Anmol, you read.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Read from there.
When he had finished, he said that he had no money. Get busy and call a cop, said Sophie. And don't keep a gentleman waiting. No cop for you, said the waiter. He called another waiter, two waiters threw Sophie upon his left ear on the hard street outside. He stood up slowly, one part at a time, and beat dust from his clothes. Prison seemed only a happy dream. The island seemed very far away. A cop who was standing near laughed and walked away. Sophie started to move again. When he stopped, he was near several theaters. In this part of the city, streets are brighter and hearts are more joyful than in other parts. Women and men in rich warm clothes moved happily in winter air. A sudden fear caught Sophie. No cop was going to arrest him.
Okay.
Then he came. Should I read further?
Yes, yes. Continue reading.
Then he came to another cop standing in front of the theater. He thought of something else to try. He began to shout as if he had too much to drink. His voice was loud as cloud to make it. He danced, he cried out, and the cop turned his back to Sophie and said to man standing near him, "It's one of the college boys. We won't hurt anything. We have orders to let him shout." Sophie was quiet. Was no cop going to touch him? He began to think of Ireland as if it were as far away as a star. He pulled his thin clothes around him. The wind was very cold. Then he saw a man in the shop buying a newspaper. The man umbrella stood beside the door. Sophie stepped inside the shop, took the umbrella, and walked away slowly. The man followed him quietly. "My umbrella," he said. "Oh, is it?" said Sophie. "Why don't you call a cop? I took it. Your umbrella."
Okay, wait, wait,
But
wait. Now what happened here? Now he was trying again and again. Okay. Now he was feeling so restless that now he would be caught. But no court would arrest him. Okay. So his dream of going to the prison, his dream of going to the jail on Blackwell's Island seemed so far. It means it seemed that this dream would not be fulfilled at all. So afterwards, what happened? Suddenly he saw a man. That man was buying a newspaper, okay, in a shop. So Sophie took away the umbrella from that man, okay. So when man started doing argument with Sophie, he asked him to call the cop, okay. So when finally the cop was called, he did not, as he himself had stolen that umbrella from a restaurant. Okay, so up to that story is going on. Drishti, you read further.
Yes, ma'am. Why don't you call a cop? There's one standing at the corner. The man walked more slowly. Sophie did the same, but he had a feeling that he was going to fail again. The cop looked at the two men. "I," said the umbrella man, "that is, you know how these things happen. If that's your umbrella, I am very sorry. I found it this morning in a restaurant. If you say it's yours, I hope you will." "It's mine." cried Soapy with anger in his voice. The umbrella man hurried away. The cop helped the lady across the street. Soapy walked east. He threw the umbrella as far as he could throw it. He talked to himself about cops and what he thought of them. Because he wished to be arrested, they seemed to believe he was like a king who could do no wrong. At last, Soapy came to one of the quiet streets on the side of the city. He turned here and began to walk south toward Madison Square. He was going home, although home was only a street in the park. But at a very quiet corner, Soapy stopped. Here was his old childhood home. Through one window he could see a soft light shining. That had been his living room, where he had spent many happy, peaceful moments. Sweet music came to Soapy's ears and seemed to hold him there. The moon was above, peaceful and bright. There were few people passing. He could hear birds high above him, and the music that came from the room held Soapy there, for he had known it well long ago. In those days, his life contained such things as mothers and flowers, and high hopes and friends, and clean thoughts and clean clothes. There was a sudden and wonderful change in his soul. He saw with sick fear how he had fallen. He saw his worthless days, his wrong desires, his dead hopes, the lost power of his mind. And also in a moment, his heart answered this change in his soul. He would fight to change his life. He would pull himself up out of the mud. He would make a man of himself again.
Okay, now up to that we have come to know now Soapy was feeling so restless. Okay, at last Soapy got a chance to reach at the, you can say, one of the street of the city. Okay, and he was moving towards Madison Square. Okay, and suddenly he stopped. Where did he stop? In front of his childhood home. Okay, and he came to know that he remembered this thing, that he had been living here and he had spent so many happy, peaceful moments there. So sweet music touched his ears and soul. He was under the charm of that music. He was thinking about his childhood days, about his childhood friends, about clean clothes, clean thoughts, that at that time his mind was so clean. Okay, so all of a sudden he thought, he felt a change in his soul, because he at that time he was thinking about his childhood. See, when we are child, our mind is dirty, our mind is full of dirty thoughts, or you can say to hate anybody, to plan something bad like that. No, at child we all are innocent, but as soon as we grow, we become selfish. We think about ourselves, we don't think about others. It happens with everyone. Okay, so same like Soapy, it was happening with him. But when he was lost into the memory of his childhood, he thought that at that time his clothes were clean, his thoughts were clean, his mind was clean. So he felt a sudden change in his soul, and now he was starting, you can say, thinking about doing introspection of his lifestyle. Okay, so he realized that he had wasted his time. He had fallen, he had followed wrong desires, and he has lost his power of mind. Now he strongly desired to change his lifestyle. Okay, now he thought that he should change his lifestyle, and for that, what did he do? He thought that he should give a good beginning, good start to his life. Okay, he would make his life purposeful. He would make a man of himself again. Okay, he would approach that person who offered him a job. Okay, so a cop was also there. He asked him what he was doing there. Now, Soapy had a new strength to argue, but he thought that instead of doing argument with Cope, he should do something good. So next morning, judge sentenced him 3 months prison in Blackwell's Island. So he was put into the prison in Blackwell Island for 3 months. So this decision was taken by judge. So in this way, there was a turning point in his life. It means when he was grown up, so many bad thoughts were going in his mind, that he should make this plan, he should make that plan, he should do this cheating, he should do that cheating. But all his plans were not successful. At last, what was written in his destiny, he got that. Finally, he was put there in that Blackwell Island. Okay. So at last he realized this thing, that his life should have some purpose. Whatever he was doing in his life, that was just you can say mere a wastage of time to cheat somebody, to do something bad. It was only a wastage of time. So he realized his folly, he realized his mistake. Clear? Now let's do exercise part. What are some of the signs of approaching winter referred to in the text? Now tell me. What are the signs of approaching winters? Tell me. Okay, who is going to tell me this answer? Akshita, you tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait.
There are certain
Wait.
signs to show that winter is coming. Birds begin to fly south. People want new warm clothes and dead leaves covering the ground.
Yes, the first point is birds began to fly south. Next point. Yes, people starting wearing warm clothes. Then yes, this answer now. Drishti, you tell me. Yes, Drishti, you tell me.
Yes, ma'am. There are some of the signs of approaching winter, like birds begin to meditate, people started wearing warm clothes, and some of the tree leaves were falling on the ground due to the harsh winter.
Yes. So these are the points. Birds began to fly south. People started wearing warm clothes. Leaves started falling. Okay. So, Harmanpreet, you tell me this answer. Harmanpreet.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
You tell me this answer.
Ma'am, please repeat the question.
First question is going on. You are not aware which question is going in the class.
Ma'am, no, ma'am. Repeat the question, ma'am. Line.
You don't have book. You
Ma'am,
don't
I
have.
have.
Why? Why you
Ma'am, I
don't
have.
So read question 1 and tell me answer. 2 girls have already told the answer. 2 girls have already told, but you are not aware.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, the winters were approaching and there were many significance of that. Birds began to fly to south and people started wearing warm clothes. The people were not getting out of their homes and leaves started falling from trees.
Okay. Be attentive in my class. Okay, Jasleen, you tell me.
Yes, ma'am. The winter was approaching, and we can come to know about this from many signs. The birds began to fly south, and the people were wearing warm clothes. And the leaves started to fall from the trees.
Okay, now let's do true false. Type your answer in chat box. Sophie did not want to go to prison. Its answer is false. Sophie had been to prison several times. Yes, that's why he was having experience of this thing, na? Its answer is true. It was not possible for Sophie to survive in the city through the winter. Tell me. Type in chat box. Sophie hated to answer question of a personal nature. Now let's move to question number 3. What was Sophie's first plan? Why did it not work? What was his first plan? Okay, Drishti, you tell me. Sanya, you tell me this answer.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the first plan of Sophie was that to visit a five-star lavish restaurant and to order food there, and decided to not to pay the bill. And as soon as he reached the restaurant, the waiter guard noticed his condition. He thought that he was not appropriate to get a table, so he pushed away the Sophie.
Okay, very good. Now afterwards,
Yes, ma'am.
next girl, Drishti.
Yes, ma'am. Sophie's first plan was to go to a restaurant and to order food and not to pay the bill. But when he began to go to the restaurant, the waiter saw his bad condition, torn clothes and dirty face, so he not allowed him to go in the restaurant.
Very good.
So his plan did not work.
Very good. Divya, you tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Sophie's first plan was to have a dinner at a five-star restaurant, and then he would tell them that he will not pay bill money. He thought by doing this, cops will come and arrest him, but this plan was not successful. When the head waiter saw his broken leg and old shoes, he didn't ask him to enter the restaurant.
See, the pronunciation of that word is what? It is restaurant. Speak after me, all of you.
Yes.
All of you speak again. 5 times speak restaurant. Online students also speak
Restaurant.
Restaurant.
restaurant. You speak rent, it is not rent, it is restaurant. Okay? Now, Janvi, you tell me this answer.
Yes, ma'am. Sophie's first plan was to eat an expensive restaurant, and till that he did not have money to pay for that, they would call the cops and the cop would take him to jail. The plan did not work because he was stopped at the door of the restaurant by the head waiter. He turned Sophie around and made him leave the place quickly and quietly.
It is restaurant. Speak. What is
Restaurant.
that? Restaurant. Okay, Jalashveer, you tell me the same answer.
Then the Sophie plan was to visit a five-star restaurant and to order a lot of delicious food and not to pay the bill. So that the head waiter could call cops and cops would take him to the jail. But Sophie's plan didn't work. When he was going to enter the restaurant, the head waiter saw his old broken shoes, his torn clothes, and his dirty face. That's why he don't allow Sophie to enter inside the restaurant, as he thought that he will not be able to pay the bill.
So many students have given this answer, but not even a single student has pronounced that word. Its pronunciation is restaurant. Don't speak rent, it is restaurant. Okay. So what was his plan? That he thought that he would go to a very good hotel. There he would enjoy food, relish food. And after that, when he would not pay the bill, police would be called and he would be thrown into the jail. But when he went there, was he thrown into the jail? No, because he was not wearing so many good clothes. His shoes were torn, and this thing was noticed by head waiter at the entrance only. So that's why he was not allowed to go inside. So his plan did not succeed at all. Clear? Now question number 4. But the cop's mind would not consider Sophie. What did the cop not consider and why? What was his second attempt? To throw a stone on a window of one of the store. So when he did this activity, he was thrown behind the bars. He was thrown behind the bars? No. So when he threw a big stone on a big glass window, okay, and he told policeman that he had done this, but the cop did not consider him as a lawbreaker. Why so? Because he was convinced that the criminals run away after breaking the law. Because he thinks that whenever any of the person, they break the law, so after breaking the law, what do? They run away. So we will continue this chapter tomorrow. Okay.